Now we get to the fun part where I can show you how to make awesome Clipmagix out of videos. So the first step, again, make sure that you've edited your settings for your time zone and make sure you've connected your social media accounts. Then what you're going to do is we need to start off with a video. So you have three options. You can get a video from YouTube, you can upload your own video, or you can grab one from the included library. For YouTube, all you're going to do is enter the keyword and then hit enter. All right, so if we enter landscape, do not click these other buttons. Those are going to get you different videos. If you want YouTube, you enter the word and hit enter. Okay, and then what it's going to do is pull up a bunch of videos. You can scroll through them. You can go to next page or whatever. You can bring up any video that you want by clicking on it. And then you're able to preview it by clicking the play button. And then what you're going to do is choose a start time and an end time. So this is the second of the video that you want to grab at the start and the end second that you want to grab. So for example, if I watch this and I decide, ooh, the video looks really cool at the second number 3 seconds in to 9 seconds, I'd put a 3 here. So it would trim it from 3 seconds in to 9 seconds in. I'd have a 6-second video segment. Okay. Now what's important, couple things. First off, you're grabbing a video segment to be able to create an awesome Clipmagix from it. If you want these to autoplay on social media, you want to keep these short. Some of them only allow autoplay up to 6 seconds, some up to 10. But if you're grabbing a 2 or 3 minute segment of a video, the file size is going to be big. It's not going to autoplay on any of the social media. So for best results, it's best to grab a really small, short segment of the video. Now, if we decided that we didn't want YouTube, one other thing about YouTube that's really important. You may find that you try to grab some videos and you either get an error or when it goes to the canvas where you're supposed to edit it, it's blank. That's because YouTube has changed their policy. Not all the videos on YouTube are public domain anymore. You have the ability when you upload videos to make them not usable or embeddable by other people. So what that means is it's not an error in the software or a problem with Clipmagix. It means that it's a rights issue, that you're not allowed to modify and use that video. So if you get errors like that with some of the videos, this will happen most commonly with commercially produced videos. So if they're brand name videos or they're made by a studio or something like that, high production value videos, those may not work. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If I decide I don't want that, I actually want to upload my own video, I just click here and then I can choose my own video and upload it. And then the other option is we have an included video library. So depending on your member level, you have more or less videos. You click on get and then you can choose any of the different categories that you want. So if I wanted to choose landscapes, I can click that and then it's going to pull up the videos that I get based on my member level. Now in any of these, all I need to do is go ahead and then click on a video. And again, it's going to pull it up. I can preview that. And then I can choose the segment of the video that I want. So let's say I'm going to choose from second number 1 to second number 6. And then I'm going to choose that. It's going to go ahead and load that into the designer. All right. And this is the first step. And you'll notice that this is a still image. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually create what's called a mask. I'm going to click on the mask button. And that's going to bring up this little slider. This is the size of the eraser or mask tool. If I swipe like this, you can see, okay, it's sort of a fat line. If I go over here, the line becomes fatter. If I go over here, the line becomes skinny. This allows you to create whatever shape and size mask that you want. All right, what I want to do is I actually want to mask out this whole sky. I don't want the water to move, but I want the sky to move. Anything that you draw this mask over, and you can keep clicking and unclicking, and you can do the mask as many times as you want until you click render. So it's not like you're going to make a mistake here. If you do make a mistake, all you have to do is click the undo button. But that now is going to make that part move and the bottom is going to be still. All right, so that is the animation that I want to create with this mask. Now, I can add elements to this. If I'm done, I can just click render. And that will bring me to the social media posting and the download area. But I don't want to do that yet. I want to add some elements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the mask because I want to be able to edit things that are on here. If I click mask again, you'll notice that the slider disappears. What this means is now I can point and click on the actual video here, and I can add elements to it and move them around. All right, so again, depending on your member level, you're gonna have a different number of visual elements you can add. But you have buttons, so I could add a buy button to this if I wanted to do that. And then with all the elements that you add, you can rotate these, you can scale them, you can change how visible they are or invisible. You can do a color overlay, although other than for shapes, the overlay doesn't look good because it will put a full color on top of this whole thing. So if I want to change the color of the button, I can do that, but the buy now will become invisible. I'll have to put my own text over the top. I can add a drop shadow or a glow. I can change the color of that shadow or glow. I can change how transparent and visible that is and how big it is as well. All right, so you have all those options. So if I click on elements and I want to add other elements, now let's say I wanted to add an icon to this too. All right, and the icon I was going to add is this cake shop. It's kind of silly, but whatever. I click on it, and now I can drag this. I can use the scale over here, or I can just click and drag. Now let's say I had two elements, but I want the button on top. Okay, this is the order tool. So this is going to bring something all the way to the top. This brings it up one layer. This brings it down one layer, all the way to the back. So if I bring this down one layer, now you can see the button appears on top. Okay, the align tools for text, left, center, and right. You can delete an item, and you can clone an item. So if I want to clone it, I can do that. If I want to delete it, I can do that. And so what this allows you to do is add a lot of different visual elements. All right, if I want to go to overlays, I can actually add an overlay here too. So let's say I wanted some little like yellow fog here over the top of the video. Now it doesn't stretch the whole size, so let's go ahead and stretch that. And now it covers the whole video. You can see that there's a bit of a yellow tint there. All right, don't be concerned with the fact that the mask is showing here. This will be the video when it's done. All right, it just set that way for right now. Now you have undo and redo. So if you want to undo or redo your last action, if you want to start over, you click new. Elements, as I've shown you, you click here, you click the type that you want to add, you know, a social icon or whatever, and then you can add those. And then there's a text tool as well. So I can add whatever text I want. You can move it, whatever text I want. Okay, you can rotate, you can scale, you can make it invisible, you can move it up and back layers, you can change the alignment, you can change the color, you can change the font. So depending on your member level, you have a lot of fonts, but at a minimum you get a bunch of fonts, and you might have a real lot of fonts depending on your member level. And you can put that there. Again, you can add a drop shadow, you can add a glow, and so there's a lot of different options that you have. Now, in addition to that, you can also add effects. So if I click on an item, let's see, I want to actually layer that to the back because I'll bring it up one, but I don't want it above the button. All right. If I click on effects, now it's going to allow me to add grayscale, emboss, sharpen, or blur effects to the selected item. I can add lighting to it. I can add the color overlay by selecting a start color and a finish color, or I can add patterns. So if I add this, you can see it put little squares or diagonals over the button. All right, so those are all the effects that I can add as well. And then the other thing that you could do is you can actually upload your own. So if I click on upload here, I can drag and drop an image here, JPEGs or image files, and then I can click them to use them on my design. So let me show you an example. So let's say I wanted to add this person looking at the scene that I've created. I can upload that there, and then I can click here, and I can add him to this particular view. All right, and then I could put them down there or whatever. So you can upload as well. Now, the other two features are download and load. This is not the finished video. This is the project file. So let's say you've done a lot of work and then you think, well, I might want to make other modifications to this. I mean, I spent a lot of time making the mask and everything else. If I click download, it will download the JSON file. And so now what I can do if I want to use this again is I can click on load and then drag that JSON file into the load box, and it will load the project back in. All right, so you have a lot of options with what you can do here. But now let's render this and see how this works. All right, I'm going to keep the button. I'm going to get rid of the overlay. Get rid of both overlays. And we'll just move the button down there. And then let's go ahead and render this. You can see it kind of moving in the background, the full video. Now, what it's going to do is show it right here. I can preview this. So you can see only this is moving. The button is there, the guy is there, and the water is still. Now, I can download. This is the video itself. So if I want to download the MP4 version, I click that, and now it downloads that to my desktop. If I want to post it to social media automatically, I can choose the social media accounts I want to post it to. I've only connected Twitter so far. That's the only one available. If I want to add Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, I have to add those accounts in settings. Then I'd have those options available as well. You type in the text message you want to go with the post. You could put in a link here, and this can be any link you want, wherever you want to drive traffic. Affiliate link, your blog, your product page, offers, whatever else. And then you can schedule the post or you can post it directly, okay? And that will post automatically. So let's see, test, post, and then I'm not going to put in a link for this particular one. Actually, let's just do it just to show you. And then what I'm going to do is click on post. And that will go ahead and post to Twitter. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and show you the video that was created. If I were to double click this, okay, you're going to be able to see that this is the actual video that's created. And so it's super cool because it allows you to create really custom, neat videos that, again, if you post on social media and they're short, they will auto play depending on the settings on the social media platform. Now, if I go ahead and I log into my Twitter platform, you can see the post is right here. The links are automatically cloaked. It's right here. And the text was test post. All right, so you're all set. That is exactly how you use it. And Clipmagix is an awesome tool to create jaw-dropping, engaging videos that will get users to pay attention to what you're saying. It'll drive traffic, clicks, shares, and everything else. So Clipmagix is an awesome tool, and that is how you use the designer.